Hello, and welcome to something a little bit different. I'm the social solipsist, and today we're going to play Shadowrun Dragonfall, the Director's Cut Edition. I apologize in advance if you can hear any background noise between the rain outside and my dishwasher running. There may be some water noises, but I didn't pick that much up on the test recording, so I think it should be okay. So let's talk about Shadowrun Dragonfall. Obviously, if you're a longtime viewer, you've already watched my Shadowrun Returns playthrough. And I think I talked about this originally, but I think I also got it wrong. And I'm still not sure I have it entirely right on how these games were released. So at this point, at time of recording, there have been several more Shadowrun games that have been released. But what originally happened, as far as I'm aware, is that Shadowrun Returns was kickstarted. And then Shadowrun Dragonfall was developed as an add-on DLC to Shadowrun Returns. Then they spun off Dragonfall into its own game. Not by adding more content, I don't think. I think they just basically ported it to an updated version of the engine with some tweaks and re-released it. And something I didn't realize until just now when I was going through the menus is they appear to have also imported the Dead Man's Switch campaign. That's the campaign that we just played in Shadowrun Returns, the primary Shadowrun Returns campaign. They ported it forward into this one, just as it's a bunch of, it's not really backporting because this is already a forward port of, anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, the main key point here is I'm sort of glad and sort of regret that I played the Dead Man's Switch in the original form, because as we saw, it had some substantial issues and some technical issues and some writing issues, but most of the real annoying stuff was just issues with the engine, things that weren't quite explained, things that weren't quite fleshed out, and technical issues with layering or some weird things with the actual core game rules. So I have been assured that, even at the time that this version came out, the general consensus was that this version fixed a lot of the issues from the original release, while also doing some not insubstantial overhauls on a technical level, and so this is not the same engine. It may be the same engine, but it's been overhauled. The rules have been overhauled and those sorts of things. So it's dramatically updated, I'm told. We're actually going to see, practically speaking, how that is. So without further ado, we are going to play... I should point out, you can... I think this is true of multiple of the releases now. When you get the game, you also get the level editor, so you can potentially build a campaign of your own from scratch. That's a very big undertaking, but you can, and some people have. And so if you click this, it goes straight to the Steam Workshop. You can also get them off of ModDB and those sorts of places. I'm sure, but it's a cool thing to include as a developer, to say, hey, we like what we made, but we also want to give the community the opportunity to make things too. So I just appreciate that, and I want to say it explicitly. All right. So Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. The year is 2054. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin. The Flux State, a grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the great dragon Lofwer only has so only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. The perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. If only it were that simple. Alright, we're gonna play on normal. Oh, that was weird. Well, I don't think it caused a glitch. It like briefly went to a windowed mode and then back to full screen. Anyway, alright, this already looks familiar. So the question now is, do we make an entirely new character, or do we make this a continuation of Alice's story? I don't know. Let's see what the options are. I believe it's not that changed. So we've got all the same genders, races, and do we have new archetypes? No, it's pretty much the same. So let's see just what happens if we go and make Alice again. Although the default outfit looks a little different than I remember. Oh, right. You know what? I was just thinking about this the other day. How does it do... Ah, coward female dwarves. This is one of one of the things I like in fantasy series. So I always like there's the coward female dwarf and the real female dwarf. Real female dwarves have beards and are more or less indistinguishable from male dwarves. This is the coward female dwarf, which is basically just the, you know, short, stocky, humanoid. Cowards. Anyway, let's see. That is not the same. Well, I guess it's kind of the same hairstyle. You're not really zoomed in. Oh, God, look at that thing. It's like a beehive. You know what? If we're gonna play Alice and she's moving to Berlin, she needs a new haircut. Something appropriately like techno punk rock. Oh, that was weird. It's weird. They put, like, we're looking at this tiny rendition, but they go so far as to, like, hey, there's an iridescent layer in your hair. It's like, how would you even tell at that level of detail? Oh, Jesus. That's a little too much. That's very wasteland. There's actually more hairstyles than I expected. I kind of like that. Kind of like loose ponytail and bangs. Let's try that. Alright, spend your karma. Alright. So... we start with 7. We start at level 6 of Charisma, which I think is higher than we started before. Maybe that's... is that because of what we selected? It looks like it. Oh, but it also pre-selected an etiquette for us, which is interesting. Wait, what are my current etiquettes? Okay, we can't go lower than 4. Not that I would want to, but, well... let's seems only appropriate that I take Shadowrunner. Let's put some points. If we're gonna do Alice again, we'll put some points into ranged combat. And some into rifle. And I'm not, you know, completely attached to this. If the things, I mean, most of this looks pretty similar. But if we get into the game and either I'm not liking the choices we made or something like that, or I get feedback in the comments that you'd like to see a different kind of character, I'm open to that possibility. But for now, let's see. So we don't get a totem. If I do that. What if can I subtract? No, 3 is my base quickness. Okay. Let's do this. Well, actually, I'm a little worried about taking a point out of body, because that directly reflects my health, right? Or, oops, that's the wrong thing. So 40 health versus 30 health. Be a little hesitant to take that out. Do I want... You know what? I'll go without the totem for now. Actually... Chance to hit one with conjuring spells. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave that. I was thinking about subtracting that and adding it to spirit summoning, but I'll leave it. Yeah. Choose another etiquette. Okay. If we're playing Alice, then I think maybe corporate? And then maybe socialite. If we're gonna presume that she, like, let's write our narrative here. She got back in touch with Harlequin and decided to follow up with the people that she, you know, ended the game with, and ended up in Berlin to find out more about Lofwehr and the whole German cadre over there. Wanted to get away from Telestrian. So maybe socialite. Once again, it's done something weird where many runners use a street name, handle, or working name. Names like Half Jack or Lady Z. Others stick with their given name, others adopt a nickname. Please choose a name for your character. But it doesn't give any provision for first and last. So it's just going to read the full string when it's putting it in the text, just like it did last time. You know what? That's fine. I will do the same thing I did last time and just omit her last name when it feels stilted in the text. Alright. The Harfeld Manor Run. Life was good. Easy jobs, regular pay, a reliable crew. But things went south and you had to drop off the grid. Put a bullet in the past and start fresh somewhere new. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin, the Flux State, a grand experiment in social order. Corporations, we already read that at the beginning. And as luck would have it, home to your old partner in crime, Monica Schaefer. It's your third run with Monica and her team. An old castle holdfast, 1 hour east of Berlin, perched on a hill overlooking the countryside. The job is a standard smash and grab. Crack the vault, grab the data, get out in one piece. A mediocre payday, but work is work. As the team gathers for Monica's pre-run briefing, you pause to take in your surroundings. And I think with that, we'll cut the episode and we'll start that next time.